We're at the Poultry Production and Health Seminar in Memphis, Tennessee, talking with Clayton Bailey. He is with the law firm of Bailey Brower, PLLC. His firm has successfully defended enforcement actions filed by USDA's Grain Inspection, Packers, and Stockyards Administration. Clayton, you talked in a speech today about new GIPSA regulations, some that have come down as final rules just very recently. Could you talk a little bit about what you told the crowd today at the Memphis meeting?
Sure. There have been actually two sets of new final rules that have come out in 2013. It's Tuesday, September 17th, and this Friday, on the 20th, go into effect some final rules dealing with the weighing of poultry and feed for poultry, and that's going to have a major impact on the industry. And then earlier this year, when the government was passing legislation that President Obama signed into law to further fund the government, there were some changes made to the GIPSA final rules that went into effect in February 2012. And of particular interest to the poultry industry is the fact that before, broilers, breeders, and pullets were within the auspices of the Grain Inspection, Packers, and Stockyards Administration. Due to this new legislation that was enacted, pullets and breeders are now out of the scope of the GIPSA regulations, and that is a major development for the industry.
Well, you also talked about some recent cases in Texas involving some growers. Could you talk a little bit about that now?
There have been three major cases that occurred in 2013, but the most recent activity was about 2 weeks ago. I believe it was the last day of August. The U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals issued an opinion called Agerton versus Pilgrim's Pride Corporation, in which the court determined that as a matter of law, Pilgrim's Pride had not violated Section 192E of the Packers and Stockyards Act that deals with price manipulation. It was in the newspaper quite a bit in September of 2011 about a decision that was entered in which a trial court sitting in Marshall, Texas, determined that Pilgrim's Pride had manipulated the price of chicken by idling the El Dorado complex located in southern Arkansas. That decision's been reversed. This opinion is a major opinion because the Fifth Circuit has said that as a matter of law, the Packers and Stockyards Act is an antitrust type statute and has imported antitrust principles into the statute when determining whether or not a grower has a valid claim under the statute. That's very important for the industry.
Clayton, you talked today about the existence of new weighing and scaling rules from GIPSA. Can you talk a little bit about that now?
Sure. These go into effect on Friday, September 20th. And among other things, it's going to require the poultry industry as well as the swine industry to modify the tickets that they issue when weighing feed and or poultry. It's also going to have an impact too because it sets specific time frames for poultry companies in particular, that when birds come to the plant to get the birds weighed and ready for processing. I believe it's going to have a huge impact because the industry was only notified about 30 days before these rules go into effect of the new regulations, and basically the companies are going to have to run out and speak to the folks who put together the software packages for their scales to modify the software so that they can issue these tickets in compliance with the regulations.
Well, thank you very much, Clayton.
Thank you, Mr. Thornton.